Hey everybody! Hey everyone, it's Katarina from Delta Desserts. This is Bake Along, the final episode. We're making s'mores blondies today. I'm just gonna let you guys know that I have a Zoom meeting down below of people who are joining the class, and they're actually baking along. You guys at home, sit back and relax and enjoy the show. We are currently baking out of our new production kitchen. It's at 142 James Street North. We're opening a store on July 1st, which is this Wednesday, which I don't know how we're gonna prepare for that, but we're opening a store. Come visit, open 12 to 8 every Wednesday through Saturday for the rest of the summer. Might extend the hours, we'll see. Anyways, we're gonna be making our stuff here. I'll show you around the bakery in a bit, but just hang tight. We're gonna wait for a few people to join us. We'll take it from there, okay? And if I'm talking down here, it's because there's people on a Zoom call here that are talking. If you guys have any questions, feel free to type them in. I'll try and answer them. I might not get to them, but we'll see. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining. Perfect. Perfect. Let's get that set up. Yep, we're good, we're good. Great. All right, get people online. Hello. Hi guys. Can you hear me? Hi. Can you hear me? Okay, perfect. Okay, good. I just want to make sure my audio works. Hello! We're in a new spot. How's everybody doing? Last bake along. I know, exciting. Exciting but sad. It's bittersweet, you know. I'm gonna miss it. I'm sure we'll bring it back at some point, but like I gotta focus on getting this place open. So I'm gonna unplug the fridge so we don't get background noise. Hold on one sec. There we go. Perfect. Cool, I think we're waiting on one more person to come. So we'll wait until 2:05. Make sure you have all your ingredients ready. Did you guys melt your coconut oil? All right. All right, definitely go do that. That's like number one. Go melt it because we're gonna need it. I'm gonna be making a giant pan of blondies, a 26 by 18 inch pan, because we're gonna be selling these at the store. And so it worked out perfectly that we're making them today. I'll show you the pan. If I go off camera, it's because there's a lot more. I'll show you. Like you can take there's a lot more going on here. So I'll show you, I'll give you guys a tour while it's baking. But I'm just gonna grab a big pan. Yeah, see, I'm making this size pan of blondies, which will make about 80 to 90. I know, it's a lot, it's a lot. Yeah, I know. Bulk baking, I'm so happy though, honestly, to be finally like able to make at scale. I've been waiting so long to just be able to, you know, instead of making like one batch here or there in a small place, making like the bigger stuff and have, you know, knowing that it's gonna be able to be sold quickly, which is nice. So I'm excited. We're gonna wait a little bit more. I think Agata's supposed to join us, but she hasn't said anything. So while you guys are waiting, if you want to go preheat your oven to 350, let's go do that. I'm gonna just go do that too, actually. Yeah, like liquidy, like typically you want to have like a melted fat. Like I don't even know if I can show you because I don't want to dump it out, but yeah, it's liquidy. If it's a little bit not liquidy, it's okay. It just needs to be soft. It'll make it easier for you to mix. Because you're going to be mixing by hand. I'm going to be using the 20-quart mixer, but you guys can mix by hand very easily. We're at 2:06. I don't know where Agata is. I'm sure she'll show up. Let's get started. First things first. Today is Kyla's birthday. She's turning 10. She has been with us with Bake Along for, oh gosh, since the beginning. And she is actually a neighbor up at my parents' cottage. And so I got to do a little private Bake Along class with her over last weekend, which was super nice. And we made, Kyla, what did we make? You want to tell everybody?
We made macarons.
Yeah, so I know, she got a very special class, for sure. So happy birthday to Kyla. You're a super baker, and I hope that you keep going and baking a lot, and I can't wait till you and your brother come down to the store. First things first, let's go wash our hands. I'm gonna sing happy birthday to Kyla this time while I wash my hands. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kyla. Happy birthday to you. Alrighty. Clean hands, so important, especially now in this day and age. Alrighty, so your ovens are on, fired up 350. Let's get down to business. So Blondies. Blondies are like brownies, but they are not chocolate. They're typically butterscotch. So a typical Blondie usually has caramelized butterscotch in it, white chocolate. It's kind of like a caramelly taste. These Blondies are more like a maple almond flavor, but I love to put butterscotch flavoring into my Blondies to make them more authentic. But yeah, so this blondie, specifically the s'mores Blondie, super dead simple. We're gonna make the Blondie base. We're gonna add a little bit of spice. I've got cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves to kind of give it like a graham crackery taste. And the trick to it is that we're not putting the marshmallows on top, we're putting them inside. And we do that specifically because vegan marshmallows act weird and are kind of, they don't melt very well and they kind of burn very easily. So putting them inside allows them to get goopy and delicious without getting them torch dark from being in the oven. So I'm going to show you that technique. It's pretty cool. Your hands are going to get dirty. But yeah, let's get right into it. So first things first, open your baking mix. Inside you're going to find a little package of flaxseed, which is going to be our flax egg. I've got my flax out. I'm going to add water to it. You guys are going to add to 22 grams of flaxseed, 70 grams of water, or about like a third of a cup. Even if it's a little less, not a big deal. And you're just going to add the water together. And what this does essentially is it helps replace our egg. Like in the brownie recipe, it creates kind of like a goop. And that's from the the oils, yeah, the unsaturated oils that are in the skin. Ugh. And the mucilage, when it's hydrated, actually becomes very sticky and goopy. And this helps with our Blondies to hold it together and make it soft and rich. I like to use sweet potato as an egg replacer typically, but my sweet potato order hasn't come in, so that's coming in tomorrow. So we're gonna do flax for now. And sometimes people don't like the flaxseedy texture or taste, and so sometimes what I like to do is I'll grind down my flax even more. I'll put it in the food processor, which is what I did with this, and I'll just spin it around just to get it really fine. So just leave it, leave your flax egg to the side, it's gonna moisten. Next thing is you're gonna grab whatever mixing bowl you have and we're gonna put together all the wet ingredients. So I got my bowl. We're gonna put in our coconut oil, which you guys have a half cup. I've got 500 grams. Scrape the insides of your bowl or wherever it is just to get everything. Alrighty. You're gonna add in your maple syrup, quarter cup. I have, again, 500 grams. And I like to add maple syrup into Blondies. I did a test a while back on like what's the best sugar replacement for brownies and Blondies. I like maple syrup in Blondies because it's like a natural thing that occurs in Canada and makes it really special. And it's also a really nice sugar. Adds a little bit of different flavor. It's very minute, but I like it. It's a bit expensive, but you know it's worth it. So put in your maple syrup and you can just stir it around a little bit. If you guys are using a spatula at home, which I'm assuming you are, you just keep stirring it around. It won't mix all that much, but that's okay. Last thing you're gonna add in is your spices. I've got cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves. Traditionally, graham crackers are just cinnamon, but I like the other spices. Gives it a bit of a different depth of flavor. Throw your spices in there. Mix it up. Oh, it smells great. And the last thing you're gonna add in is your flax egg. Mine's got like a little bit of water on top and it's kind of yellowy and goopy. You can just dump the whole thing right in there. Just dump her in. Super easy. I really hope you preheated your oven because we're gonna be done this like literally in no time. So that's good. Excellent. Okay, so you guys can mix that all together to the best of your abilities. Since it's coconut oil, coconut oil won't bind all that well with everything, so you might be tricky to get it perfect, but just mix it as best you can. Get the flaxseed moving around. I'm gonna throw this on my mixer. Alrighty. Close it up. If you're using a stand mixer at home, you're gonna wanna mix it for about a minute on low speed, but you don't have to. It's really not an option, really not a big deal. I might even, yeah, a minute's fine. Let that spin. Once you've mixed it all together, everything's kind of looking good. Everybody got any questions so far? Everything okay? Pretty simple? Yeah. So just mix it kind of together, and then we're gonna add in our baking mix. If you're using a mixer at home, you can just stop it and throw the baking mix right in there. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. If you're mixing at home by hand, you just throw the baking mix in. Bernadette, I would switch to your paddle attachment for this one instead of the whisk, because it's gonna get real sticky and your paddle attachment is not gonna mix it very well. But you can throw your baking mix in. Our Blondie mix is like a brownie mix. It's got a great flour blend of almond flour, chickpeas, potato, tapioca. I added almond to it because the almond's got a really nice flavor, and I remember the first gluten-free brownies I ever made was with almond flour, and I always loved it. So my stuff's mixed. It's looking pretty homogeneous. I'm gonna throw in the baking mix. Try not to spill it everywhere. Alrighty, I did spill it everywhere. And again, if you're mixing it, you're just low speed for a minute or two. You might need a little more. Go, start, oh. There we go. Perfect. And so you'll notice it's starting to get kind of dry and sticky. So our Blondie and brownie batter is something that you should be able to mold with your hands. Like you should be able to pick it up, and I'll show you in a sec once it's done mixing. You should be able to pick it up and mold it with your hands. Even though that seems dry, like with our cakes, like with everything you've seen, things look a little bit more dry and sticky than normal. It's totally fine. It'll end up being moist and delicious no matter what. But we want it to be have a little more structure to it, and that's just how gluten-free flours react. Alrighty, almost there. It's looking really great, very sticky, which is awesome. It means the xanthan gum's working. Alrighty, let's take a look at this. We know. You can be quiet, mixer. Okay. Let's take a look at this. So, I've got my bowl. Oh yeah, this is real sticky. See, you can take it right here. Like it's not coming off the mixer stand. It's like very much on there. As I always say, take a taste test because it's good to have a little taste of what is going on. That's good. A little bit of cinnamon, nutmeg's hitting me. It's a good amount. I'm gonna go wash my hands again. But yeah, looks good. Okay. Check YouTube. we're good. No questions right now, which is great. I'll actually pull the questions up right now. No, we're good. Okay, perfect. Just back. You'll taste, when you taste the Blondie mix, you'll taste that it's kind of tastes like pennies. Again, copper, that comes from the chickpea flour. Nothing to worry about, it's fully balanced. All right, so we got the Blondies down. We're gonna get our baking sheets. You guys should be using a 9x9 inch pan. So like, I'll show you the difference here. I think I have a 9x9 kicking around. Yeah. So for you guys at home, using the baking mix, you're gonna use a 9x9. I made a 9x3, this size. So you got it. Make sure it's lined with parchment paper. Absolutely, that's exactly it. You need parchment paper because that's how you're gonna get it out of the damn pan. I actually am gonna, because these things, they're hard to get out otherwise and they could stick to the sides. If you don't have parchment paper, you can, if you don't have parchment paper, you can grease the sides, but the sides will get kind of hard and that's not the best. I'm actually gonna grab another sheet of parchment to make my life easier. When I, yes?
In my usual fashion, I forgot something. So it's no water. Was that supposed to be for the flaxseed?
Yes, it was.
Okay, well, I did the flaxseed.
Okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it. You're good. I love it. In my usual fashion. All right, so you got your pan prepared. Now what we're going to do is we're not going to dump the whole thing in there at once, okay? We're going to take half of it and we're going to spread it out on the pan, okay? So I highly suggest, if you don't like getting your hands icky, use gloves and or an offset spatula if you have one. Like I've got like a flipper here, or a spatula in general that you would use. I'll show you some techniques to get it in. I'm just gonna go grab some gloves and a cookie scoop to get it on my bowl. So one sec. So I got a cookie scoop, ice cream scoop, I'm gonna use to help get my stuff out of the bowl. So let's get it out. Oh, it's so sticky. Try to evenly space it throughout your pan. You guys are doing a small pan, so it'll be very easy, but remember, only half. We have to save half because we're gonna sandwich the Blondie batter on the bottom and top, okay? Oh my God. Oh, so sticky. It's good though. Need some serious muscles to lift this stuff out of the bowl.
Katarina?
Yes, Jamie? What's up?
So we got this done. What are we supposed to do with the marshmallows? Are we doing it?
They're coming. They're coming up. Don't worry.
Okay.
They're coming up. So basically what we're doing, yeah, no worries. So basically what we're doing is we're taking half of the Blondie mix and we're putting it in the pan. And then we're gonna take the marshmallows and chocolate and we're gonna put it all on top, like all of it, and spread it out. And then we're gonna put the rest of the Blondie mix and we're gonna smush it on top. Kind of like a sandwich.
Okay, so put half the mix into the...
Yeah, so right now I'm taking half of my batter and I'm putting it in my pan. I'm gonna spread it out. And then we're gonna take the marshmallows and we're gonna put them on top, and the chocolate and put it on top. And then we're gonna take the remaining Blondie mix and put it on top. So it's kind of like a sandwich, you know, like an actual s'more. The Blondie is the graham cracker and the marshmallow and chocolate's on the inside. No worries. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I've seen some of these other s'mores Blondies on YouTube, and they'll put the marshmallow on top, which is totally fine. But I just find with vegan marshmallows especially, they're just such finicky little buggers that they don't behave well when they're baked directly, and they burn really easy. So I don't know. I don't think they look very good. They get all wrinkly and soft when they're on top. So having them inside kind of disguises them. Oh boy. If your bottom layer you might find is pretty thin, that's okay. Remember, we're putting the rest of it on top. I like to do this method for Blondies whenever we're sandwiching something in the middle. So like we make another bar called the Caramelita, which is like an oat Blondie with caramel inside, like a nice thick caramel ganache. We'll do the exact same thing. We'll scoop half, bake it, and then throw in the caramel and bake it some more. It's a good time. All right, I don't want to use too much here. I actually think I have. Let's put that over there. All right, so spread it out. I'm going to use a spatula first, it's less sticky. And I'm just going to press it down. Right? Like I'm just pressing it all down, getting right to the edges of the pan. It should be really thin. And if you guys are already jumped ahead, because I'm taking a lot longer because I've got a bigger pan, you can start putting the marshmallows in the middle. You can use all of them. And I definitely 100% would put all of them inside. Because Dandy's marshmallows do not look good. Hold on. Good. Okay, you guys have to excuse me 1 second. Hold on. Just go. I can't. Sorry. My mom's at the door. All right, whenever you guys are ready to, you're probably already ahead of me. You don't have to wait. Just put the second half of your, you know what, I'm just gonna, I don't wanna use it all. Okay. Probably should thin this out a bit more. Okay, I'm gonna get my hands in here. No, I'm not. I need gloves for that. They are. Marshmallow and chocolate. If you want to save some to put on the top, you're totally welcome to. I like to melt some and drizzle it on top. Your call. Totally, you know, free for all, you decide. But you can put it all in. Oh my goodness. Should be. Yeah, I gotta save some for the top. All right, I have to make this work. Let's spread this out. Let's just moisten this. Okay. There we go. Now we're talking. No, we're not. Okay, I need a little more. Or can we spread it out even thinner? I just gotta make it thinner. Oh. As much as I love doing everything bigger, it always takes me longer. And then on top of it, it's just a lot more work. Whew. Okie dokie. Artichoke. It's looking bomb-bastic. Looking like a 10. All right. I need to just spread this a bit better though. Yes, Kyla? You bet. If you don't want to, you don't have to, but I like to put all of them. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just like, you can put as many or as little as you want, but I'm just throwing them on there. What I gave you should be plenty. It might even be too many, but I like them. I like lots of marshmallows. And what makes marshmallows not vegan, typically, is because they usually are made with gelatin, which comes out of the bones of pigs. It's a byproduct. Gelatin is awesome in terms, well, not because of the animals, but because of what it does to make things gelatinous and goopy and gummy, but definitely not delicious. Chocolate, spreading it all over the top. It's looking so much chocolate. I probably am putting too much. I probably gave you guys maybe too much chocolate. Alrighty. All right, these are looking premium. Look at that. Big old pan. Now I'm gonna take the rest and I'm gonna smush it on top. So I'll give you an example. I've got my scoop, or whatever you have. I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna take my spatula or my fingers, and I'm literally just gonna press it right on. Right? Press it right in. Cover the edges, cover everything inside. It's kind of like a surprise s'more, like a real s'more. You know, you got 2 graham crackers and a crust. So just to show you for reference, you can see the bottom corner. Oh, you can't see the bottom corner. Here we go. You can see the bottom corner here. I've got it covered. There's now no more Blondie and Brownie. That's what your pan should look like when it is done. And then whenever you're ready, for my people on Zoom, I want you to show me. And then you can stick it in the oven for 25 minutes. Alrighty. Keep it going. Whew. Scoop it on. Oh boy. Let's push these over a tiny bit. Oh, I've got more on the pan. Oh, thank goodness. I thought I was out. Got more on my spatula, or my whisk. Do 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 do. Do do do. Let's put a little over there. My bowl is clean. All right, I'm gonna put this over here for now. It's out of my way. Perfect. Scrapey scrape. And oh, Blondies, you always take so much work. Okie dokie. Perfect, okay. Spread it out. Nice and real thin. If some of your marshmallows or your chocolate chip is sticking out, it's okay. Really not a big deal. I just say hide them because they do melt weird. They don't melt very nicely. Really, really squish it down. Yes, Kyla. It looks beautiful. That's exactly what you want. It's right there. That's perfect. You can throw that in the oven for 25 minutes, okay? Make sure you set your timer. It's perfect. So what it should look like. Mine, I unfortunately probably put too much Blondie on the bottom. So mine won't be fully covered on the top. Not the, yes, let's see it. Perfect, Bernadette. Looks unreal. So good. Throw it in the oven, 350. Lindsay, how's it going?
Starting in the oven.
It is? Oh my gosh, you're so fast. So fast. Love it. Did you end up making... Oh, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Did you end up making the bundt cake last week? You got around to it? Okay, that's right. Well, you messaged me. That's right. Yeah, I remember. Perfect. Yum. So good, right? I love that caramel. It's so easy and just so versatile. You can put it on everything. I love it. Always a good time. Okay. Make sure you guys have your timer set. I'm gonna make sure this is just perfect because I have to sell these. So don't mind me, and then I promise you'll get a tour of this place. It's not done yet. Still have a ton to do, but I'll give you a little sneak peek as promised. All right. All right, that looks good. Mine's got a little bit of stuff sticking out, but it's all good. I'm gonna throw this in the oven. I'll be right back. Alrighty, just gonna wash my sticky hands. Feel free to do the dishes in the interim. Okay, so on my Zoom, guys, I've got another 7 minutes with you. So I could start a new session and then email you the new link. Does that sound good? And then I'll show you a tour of the place while we're waiting. Yeah, I'll do that. Perfect. All right, give me 1 second. I'll call you guys. You'll check your email in a second. You'll get another link, okay? Perfect. All right, so Zoom people are off the call. They'll get back on in a second, and then I'll do a tour of this spot. Let me just put some dishes away. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna set up a new Zoom meeting. You guys hang tight. I'm just gonna check if any of you sent any questions in. No, we're good though. Perfect. All right, I'm just gonna send another Zoom meeting out to my peeps. Give me 1 sec. Host a meeting. Okie dokie. Let's share this. Invite. Copy invite link. Perfection. Okay. Just waiting for them to come back. Looking great. Let me just pick this up. Take the laptop with me. Actually, I wait till they get back here and then we'll do a tour. Maybe while you guys are waiting, I'll do a tour right now with you guys. And you're just gonna have to hang tight while I do a tour with someone else, with the rest of the Zoom people. Let me see if I can get this off safely. Yep. Alrighty. Wonderful. So, let's do a little tour of Untitled Desserts while we wait. So, this is the front. I gotta put up my shelves still, but all the window signage was done by Scott Brush Boys, which is a fantastic artisanal guy who still does sign painting like the classic way. Got our menu boards, which are up right now. Get a little sneak peek of what we're doing. My display case, which I got in Broomfield, Massachusetts, at the Broomfield Antique Flea Show. It's from the 1800s. Got my cash register. Look at that. By the way, the bar was made by Scott at, oh my gosh, what's his business called? It's something called Antique Reclaimed. Anyways, he does a lot of carpentry work out of Oakville. Great friend. Really great guy. He did such a fantastic job with the bar. It opens up. I gotta show you my cash register. So I got this cash register at the Hanover Flea Market back, oh boy. Got it back a few years ago. It's from 1889. It's 120 years old. Pure brass. It weighs like 400 pounds, but get this. Look. Ready? What? Yeah, it opens. So you can really actually use it. I highly encourage cash use, just because I get to use that thing. Let's hope it doesn't conk out on me. This is the display freezer for cakes and things that'll be frozen. When we come back here, this is where we were just cooking. Over here, we've got my setup, but I also got my ice cream machine, which is from Cosmic Treats. It works amazing. Oh, I gotta add these people back. I'll add them in a second, it's okay. Sink, which has got dishes in it. Prep tables, shelves. The oven, which is currently baking. My reflection kind of prevents you from seeing what's going on in there. This is a turbofan, ED23. Got 20 minutes left, 350. Temperature's holding steady, which is nice. We got my big roll-in freezer, which is where I put big pans of things. Got some cakes in there, some treats, chilling. The dishwasher's over there, which is like my favorite thing. And then back there is all ingredient storage and the like, as well as office. And that's basically that. Small little place, but it's perfect for exactly what we need. I'm gonna put you back up and I'm gonna be doing a tour with my Zoom people, so I might dip for a bit. Perfect. Let me just make sure this is all set up again. And bring it down. All right. I'll see you guys in a bit. Hi, sorry for the delay. I was just giving a tour for the people on YouTube while I was waiting for you guys. So I'm gonna do the same thing for you right now because we're waiting, okay? Yeah, that's everybody. Hold on, Jamie, I'll wait till you get the computer set up for Kyla and then we'll do it. I'll walk up to the front. close that. Okay, cool. Maybe I will start. Okay, so obviously this is the front. I can't take it outside because the Wi-Fi might cut, but all of my sign work, which you'll see in real life, was done by Scott from Brush Boys, which is one of the few people left in Ontario who actually does custom vintage hand-painted signs. Everything he does is hand-painted. Just gilding on glass with like gold leaf and mother of pearl. He does so many cool things. He's such a boss. Such a really talented man. And so immediately when I knew I wanted vintage windows, I was like, I have to get him. So we've got that. The menu boards are up. A little sneak peek of what we've got going on here. Hopefully we'll have macarons for the opening day. We'll see. My bar and everything here. So the back wall was built by me. The bar was built by my friend Scott. He's a carpenter out of Oakville. Did a fantastic job. This display case is from the 1800s. I got it in Broomfield Antique Flea Market. It's really, really cool, all original glass. We've got my antique display case from, not display case, cash register. So this is 120 years old. Let me just pop through and I'll show you how it works because it's fully functional. Alrighty, so this is the cash register. I got it from the Hanover Flea Market, which is Hanover, Ontario. Oop, popped off. That happens. I'll have to glue that later. Whatever. Okay, so it still works, which is pretty incredible. I have to polish it, but look, can't go higher than $9, unfortunately. Yeah, there we go. Right, like pops right open. In reality, like we will be, we will be using regular, like a POS system to keep track of everything, but it's cool. It'll encourage people to use cash when they don't want to use cash anymore. Moving on, this is where I keep all the display things for freezers and cakes. We were originally going to have it at the front, but just for COVID's sake, we just don't want to have people touching things. You guys saw this already. It's the mixing station, the setup for what I'm filming now, our ice cream machine, which I got from Cosmic Treats out of Toronto when they closed. Really great machine. You don't need to see the dirty dishes. My favorite appliance, the dishwasher, which washes dishes like your dishwasher at home, but in 90 seconds. Obviously more prep area. My roll-in freezer, which is awesome. Put things in the works in here usually. We've got cake, Krispies, different things cooling. Ovens over here. This is a turbo fan. You got my Blondies in there. I don't know if you can even see them, but they're baking real nice. Looking pretty golden. I love this that I can actually see in now. Got 16 minutes left on the clock. Let's go to the back. I won't go too far back. This is just a storage room, nothing special. Like literally just full of my stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. My insane collection of Tupperware. I have so much Tupperware. And that's really it. It's small, but it does the job. So how much minutes do you guys have left on your clocks?
I have 13.
13? Okay, I'm at 16. Perfect. Oh, put Kyla on here. I got your computer, Kyla. I'm going to see it now. 1 second.
And Katarina, are you still?
Woo! It reverberated off both computers. That was crazy. You got to turn your audio back on, Jamie, so I can hear you.
Yeah. Are you still on target to
open on Wednesday? Yeah, I posted it officially on Instagram, so I kind of have to open on Wednesday, whether I'm ready or not. Originally, I wanted to open on June 17th, so I'm ambitious, even just thinking about July 1st, but there's still a lot to do, and I wanted to make it perfect. I wanted to at least have a nice look of the store and everything just look really cute. And that took a long time. Like we repainted the whole thing. It still was pink before, but it was kind of like, it was not dolled up pink. It was like this purpley pink. Did all the wall here. Please excuse the mess for all of their personal storage, but I built that wall. That took a couple days, amongst everything else. But yeah, July 1st will definitely be open, whether I like it or not. My mom and sister are going to be helping, so you'll see them around. We'll have available cookies, different types of bars. We'll have our soft serve ice cream, which is so good. Oh my gosh. Like I don't want to brag because it's not the gym, but it's really good. And we make the base ourselves. It's not a powder. I've been researching the recipe for probably like 2 years, waiting for the moment to hook up this machine. And then we finally hooked it up and I tried it and it was perfect from the first go. And I'm like, okay, that's it. We're doing it. That's all. So I'm really happy with the results. The ice cream's gonna be great. We might have macarons. I'm going to be doing savory bagel bombs for the opening, which is basically like a bao bun. So like, you know how you have like a bun with like stuffing on the inside. It's going to be stuffed with cream cheese and it'll be a bagel on the outside. Super delicious. What else? Lavender lemon cookies will be there. Cakes, obviously. Mini cakes, which are basically enough cake for 2 people or 1 person. They look like our real cakes, but they're tiny. Cold brew from my favorite Fireback coffee. I'll be making cold brew. That's the only coffee I'm going to be serving because I don't have any equipment yet for coffee. One cool cold brew drink that I am making, it's called the Sweetheart. It's a lime rosemary cold brew. Ooh, really delicious. And then we're going to have lavender lemonade as well. And that's it. That's gonna be all of it. So I'm excited. Still got so much to do. Like after this class is done, oh man, I'm gonna be baking here till midnight probably. But
What's your hours going to be on Wednesday?
12 to 8.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe a little later because the fireworks are happening in Hamilton. Like they usually start around 9:30. If there are fireworks, I haven't even been paying attention. But if there are fireworks, we'll maybe stay open later just because people will be walking back from the Bayfront. We're really, really close. Like we're in the heart of downtown Hamilton and we're really close. If you guys come and visit and you need something to do other than just grab treats from us, I walk along James Street. It's kind of like the main strip in Hamilton. And then you can walk down to Bayfront Park, which is literally, if you just keep walking on James, it'll end and you'll get to Lake Ontario. And Bayfront Park is absolutely beautiful. There's a beautiful trail that'll take you to Princess Point, which is just awesome. Like, I feel so blessed whenever I bike on that trail just to live here in the city, because especially in the summer, the view over the water, like you still see all the industrial steel mills in the background. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I'm sure there'll be other fun stuff to do in Hamilton too. There's lots of really great hiking trails in Hamilton, a lot of beautiful waterfalls. So if you're gonna come down, make a day of it, you know? Just don't have to, you can just come and leave, but I would 100% recommend you do come and see Hamilton because it's beautiful. It's a really great city and I really feel really proud to live here and be a business owner here. So yeah, do you guys have any questions? Anything? No? What's everybody else doing today? Kyla, pardon?
How many people are going to be working to, like your mom, your sister?
My mom and sister are going to be there on the day of, and then I have my employees working in the back. We're not going to be baking during the day because it's too hot in here. We basically are going to prep everything and then bake in the morning, and then after that's done, it's done. So we'll probably have like 2 or 3 people baking in the back, and then once the store opens, there'll probably be like 1 or 2 people on the front. I honestly don't know. Like we'll see how the flow is, like, and how many people we need around. Maybe we'll be super busy. One major thing to note is that because of COVID, we obviously can't have more than 1 person or social group in the store at a time. So if you're a family, if like 4 people, I'm fine with it. I'm not forcing anyone to wear masks. That's your choice. We will be wearing masks, of course, and sanitizing the crap out of everything. What else? Oh, there'll be a line forming outside the store. You just have to wait one at a time. I wish I could have more people in it, but that's why I intentionally made it small, so people wouldn't, crowd inside. Other than treats, too, we're going to be selling a bunch of things, too. So I've got, obviously, the baking mixes and our mug cakes, but for opening, I hopefully will have some Fireback coffee. I have a maker. She's a really awesome maker. Her name's Gracie Kletz. And she makes pinup headbands that are all different kind of themes, and scrunchies and hair bows. I eventually will have aprons, t-shirts. What else will we have eventually? Oh, I have a friend of mine. Her name's Charlotte. She makes food jewelry, And so we're gonna have my infamous, it's not the same maker, there's 2 different people I know who make food jewelry. Charlotte's available to do it. So Charlotte's gonna be making cookie earrings and brownie necklaces and all that sort of stuff. And that'll be really cute, because I like having cute things.
Is she the one who makes it smell like the thing that it is?
No, there's somebody who does that?
I have a red velvet slice of cake on a necklace, and it
Stop.
smells like.
Who is that?
I got it from the One of a Kind show probably 5 years ago, but I know she's been there. Like she's not there every year, but yeah,
Oh,
all different kinds of baked goods.
I wonder, are they miniature? They're like little. I wonder if her name is Candace. Candy Ware is her company. She's vegan too, and
oh my God.
She used to make like little ice cream cones, little sushi, all kinds of stuff.
Candace. Okay, I'm gonna have to look her up now. That's so cool. No, it's not that. Charlotte's a friend of mine, but
I also told her to follow you, so I hope she has. I think she has.
okay, I'll check. My phone's right now streaming, but after I'm gonna look it up, because if it does and if it smells, if you ever come down, Lindsay, can you please wear it? Because I would love to like see it and like smell it. Oh, speaking of smells, we're gonna also have birthday cards and like candles and stuff like that too. But there's this maker out of Chicago who makes scented cards, like scratch and sniff scented birthday cards. So I love scratch and sniff. So I've got this one smells like sourdough bread. And then I've got one that smells like flowers and one that smells like ice cream and peanut butter. It's cute. And a portion of all our sales go towards no-kill animal shelters, which is super great. So I was like, yes, woman business support. If she was local, it'd be even better, but you know, I wanted scratch and sniff cards. And she's the only person I saw on Etsy who made them, so. But scratch and sniff is really fun. Do you have any other questions?
Well, will you be doing like once you're up and running and everything's going great, the same kind of like ordered cakes? Can we still
Yes.
order cakes and stuff? Or, yeah.
Oh yeah, you can order cakes. You can come pick them up. Like there will always be cakes available always, because I don't know what it is, but people love our cakes. We will always have a stock of every single cake in every single size at all times. If you need something custom written on it, we can do it on the spot. If you want something different, obviously message and say something, but we will always have cake. That is our bread and butter. Like I don't know how it happened, but cakes are just something that we do so much of. So yeah. And then any other questions? Anyone's Blondies ready? Yeah? Okay, let's see them. I'm actually gonna go check on mine.
It just be done.
Oh, perfect. Okay. I'm gonna go check on mine. I've still got 5 minutes left on mine. My oven cooks very fast. Oh yeah, they actually look done. My oven cooks 5 minutes faster, but like, you can kind of see. They're getting kind of brown.
Mine are bubbling up with the sides. I think the marshmallows are escaping.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's okay. That'll happen. Dandy's marshmallows, for some reason, is really weird. They go really flat. Like, they'll bubble up huge, and then they'll just look like flat, deflated balloons once they cool. So that's why I like to cover them, because they kind of look gross. Mine's basically done, too. I'm going to probably pull mine out soon. Well, no, I should wait for them to make a little more.
There's no color on the top. It's sort of still very blonde looking. Should there be any color?
No, 25 minutes is okay. They should be blonde. They shouldn't be dark. Mine look dark because my oven, I'm still figuring out my oven. But yeah, they should be done. If you're on your home oven, 25 minutes, it should be plenty. You could do 30 if you like them a little more cooked, but honestly, I think they're fine.
So mine kind of over,
Bubbled?
up to the bottom, and that smelling burnt, so I took them out like 20 minutes early.
That's okay. Yeah. They'll just be probably a little bit more raw, but that's fine. Like, they'll be just super fudgy. Yeah, they're burning. If they look dark and golden on the top, it's because the marshmallows and the sugar in the marshmallows are cooking, like a marshmallow would on a campfire. It's not actually burning, so you should be okay. I'm actually gonna go pull mine out right now, just to like make sure. Yeah, these are done. No. I'm gonna give it the full 25. I always get worried. The new oven, like, it cooks faster than like a regular oven or like any sort of home oven. So I'm still trying to figure out how it works and how much to reduce times by, but should be okay. I think it's just the spices too that make it look brown, so. Whew. Can I see your Blondies, Lindsay? You want to hold them up? I'd love to see them.
Oh, they look perfect.
Oh yeah, they're a 10 out of 10. They look great. Yeah, let them cool completely. Do not cut into these ahead of time. The sugar is molten. It will burn you. Let's see, Bernadette. Oh, it looks, oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what mine look like. Yeah. That's what mine look like, which is totally fine. They're gonna deflate and flatten out. It's totally fine. Kylie, did you take yours out? No, not yet. You're still waiting? You can always, with my blondes and brownies, we always say 25 minutes to make them fudgy. You can always bake it to 30. It used to be 30 minutes when we used to bake them, but we changed it because we wanted them to be a little bit softer. So you can always bake it a little longer.
Hey, like the whole point of a brownie or blondie is that it is fudgy.
Well, there's two fields of the brownie and blondie world. Like, there's the fudgy world, I know, which I love fudgy brownies, but there's people who also like cakey brownies, right? And back in the day when we started, oh, I agree. But there's a lot of people who like cakey brownies, and when we started Delta Desserts, our brownies were cakey, like more cakey than fudgy, but now they're more fudgy than anything. Just because that's what people wanted. And cakey brownies come down to, usually it's less sugar and more flour. Fudgy brownies, it's Sugar Town. That's what makes it fudgy, is sugar. Sugar and eggs usually makes a brownie fudgy. If you want a fluffy brownie, then egg whites. Or if you're doing a vegan brownie, neither. And you use sweet potato or flaxseed.
I know if I use coconut oil, it's usually fudgier. If I use vegetable oil, it'll be cakeier.
Have you found that in the past? Yeah?
Brownies,
Interesting. I think, yeah, I think it's to do with the saturated fat as well too. But it also depends on which recipe, right? Every recipe is different. But yeah, the vegetable oil would make sense too because it's less saturated fat. Saturated fat usually tends to make things real fudgy. That's why with traditional brownies, you typically make it with butter and melted butter. So.
Yeah, I have to admit, I'm eating the edges, which are so delicious. So it's bizarre the way those spices you put in literally make it taste like graham crackers.
That's it.
How do you do that?
It's magic, honestly. Well, it's just what graham crackers are like. Yeah, they're delicious. I'm gonna drizzle chocolate on top of my pan, and then I have graham cracker crumbs. I just made a whole batch of graham crackers yesterday, and so I'm gonna put a little crumb on top. Make them super fancy. Kyla, how's yours looking? I see you got it out. Oh, they look beautiful. Oh my goodness. They look perfect. I like it when
Same sort of thing as Bernadette's, like the marshmallows on the sides and like escape and explode.
they'll flatten out. Mine, you'll see mine. Mine just looks like a disaster zone. But that's okay, because when you cut them up and they deflate, it all looks the same. And it all tastes the same. So, yeah, don't burn your mouth, please. That's not good. You can do it now. You can wait till they're cooled. It honestly does not matter when you want to do it. I just put the, if you have chocolate left, put them in the microwave, melt it slowly. Yeah, you can drizzle it on now. No problem. I gotta get mine. One sec. Woo! Jeez whiz. Yeah, those look good. So, oh, I gotta put this down. This weighs like 400 pounds. Oh, I'll show you mine in a sec. Let me close my oven. Let's turn it off for now. So you can see mine. I'll show you guys first, but look, mine's so bubbly, right? Yeah, mine really went over the top, and you can see the sugar's kind of like, even in this corner there, it's kind of like still boiling, like it's bubbling a lot. That's totally fine, it's just the sugar that melted. But it's fine, because once this all deflates, it'll be perfect. And mine's really dark too because I actually add more spices than you guys because I like it a little spicier. Show the people on the live stream here. You can see it from here. The big bubbles. Let me see if I can pull this out. There we go. Carefully. Whew. So, for you guys on YouTube, you can see that mine bubbled over the top, and that's purely due to the fact that I probably put too much on the bottom and not on the top. Totally fine. But like this corner here, look at that. Goopy. It's still boiling. That's just the sugar is still melting. Totally fine. Looks good though. Kind of like it like that too. Put this back. Okie dokie. And that's really it, guys. That is s'mores blondies in a nutshell. Super easy, super delicious. For storing them for later, put them in an airtight container and freeze them and or put them in the fridge. These guys will last well in the fridge because they're real fudgy. But freezer for long-term storage. Enjoy them with a scoop of ice cream or just on their own. They're fantastic. Do you guys have any final questions for me before we call it? No? All right, well, thank you guys so much for everything. I so appreciate you being here and being here with Bake Along for this long. It's been fun. It's been really fun. And I hope I can see you guys at the store and then in Bake Along again in the future.
Thanks so much, Katarina.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Bye. Happy birthday, Kyla. Okay, see you guys later. Bye. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for Bake Along. We've done 7 Bake Along classes, 6 videos on YouTube. It's been a really great time. I'm like a little bit tearing up now, not gonna lie. But you know, it's been great. I love this, and I hope you guys can come visit us at the store. July 1st we open. You don't have to come on July 1st though. We'll be open every Wednesday through Saturday. 142 James Street North in downtown Hamilton, corner of James and Cannon. Come reach, get some treats, have some of these blondies, because they just made them for you. All the best, and see you later, guys. Oh, I gotta end this.